has it been, I suppose it hasn't always been easy for you to get them to do what you want? Or to express to them what you're trying to get at? Or has that been...
Because we started by putting South African musicians, and then we took a drummer to South Africa to put the rhythms. It was like we just play the music and the artists listen, you know, and then you feel, or if you don't feel it, you ask, you know, like for him, he plays different rhythms, and we have to ask from him that, okay, where do we start? You know, it's just learning, exchanging. And also with this Maskan, this music that I did, is the music which was always dominated by men in South Africa. Like women, is how they used to express themselves, like telling you he's so and so from what, because they used to move from their homes and go work in the mines or whatever. And then they play this guitar, this type of music to express themselves and telling the story, where they come from, who they are, who is their
Was it a bit like South
chief.
African blues type of thing?
Exactly.
Poor old me, I'm away from home.
Exactly, like that. But it used to be men, you know, doing
Right.
it. And me, I heard the music, and it was like, I don't even think about trying to sing it. You know, because always I hear man, you know, man. And then when the guys came with the music was totally written by them. But it was, excuse me, straight again, Maskan. And when I first went to practice, where they were teaching me these lyrics and the songs, I was like, oh God, no, I won't be able to do this. This is like too much, you know, because it just repeats itself, you know. You just say this story over and over and over, and then there's a chorus, and again.
When was this that you were learning this style? For this album or before?
No, for this album.
For this album.
For this album.
Right.
And then I was like going to tell them that, no, thank you, this. But I went home and I said, no, let me listen to this. And I really like started to sing like really in the jam, because I think that's the only way you can do it. But also because of them being men, you know, they tune their instruments like this accordion is not, you know,
Is it not an accordion or squeeze box?
Squeeze box.
Yes.
Yeah. They have it. They play in one tune, so the guitars and everybody will, you know, like tune to squeeze. So, and also it's men voices.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't break out from that because it's them backing. It's like, now you're doing these things, okay. Then I had to really learn to sing low notes, low, and it's always low, low. And we did a demo, and I brought it to Robert, and he listened also. It was like, it's just standing still. And I had to think again. I would like to put different colors now, even if it's there, but have other voices and the choir to be more. And I think it came out right. I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Who were these?
And then I worked, of course. I had to improvise a lot from it being standing still. And I think the instruments and everything within the music helped it to be completely different, standing Maskanda, you know, to be something else colorful. Got Cameroon, Senegal there. Maybe next time, everybody.
Did you stick with that really deep voice, or did you adapt it to your own voice?
I think I tried not to run away from them, but I also added very nice higher voices in the background, which are still Busi's voice. This one has got many voices, really many voices, and I hope it's not gonna, people think that, oh, what is she trying to do now? She's like trying to give everything. But it's the voice which comes from within one voice. So it's okay if I can put 1,000, why not?
Mm-hmm. Why did you decide to do Maskanda originally? What was the interest in it?
Oh, because right now, especially in Natal, Zulu, like you were saying, why is the problems between the Zulus or Inkatha? Because I think people now, as long as you are a Zulu, they say you're Inkatha. It's like we cannot dodge that. I don't know why. But this maskand is the music in Natal Zulu at the moment, which is sort of, that's really sort of singing about peace now. Like we had enough, we had enough. So I figured I had to contribute just for that peace work. For this time, it's not really like an album which is Busi's album which expresses Busi's, but it's just an album which expresses everything which is happening there. Like we should calm down. We've had enough of killing. It's still also talking about killing each other and how people are looking at us and how our dignity is completely lost because it's like now we are nothing but people who just share blood as Zulus. And of which also I don't believe so. I believe you find wonderful Zulus and you find also not wonderful Zulus like you find everywhere. You know, unfortunately when few people, if you have 2 kids or you have 10 kids, if one of your kids is a thief, people will say, oh, in that house, you know, they have a thief. Like everything which is there now, even these other good kids are thieves there, you know. And I think this is what is happening within the Zulu nation.
Well, it's the same everywhere, isn't it? People just get a name for bad names, don't they? Can you take some specific songs and tell me what they're about?
Okay. Like the first song says, Yehlisani Moya. Like, calm down, you know, please now. And because we've been killing each other for so long. And then I say, what happened to our conscience? We still kill each other. Like, just cool it now, cool it. That's all it says. And the second one, it says, you know, like, oh, this guy is playing with me and I'm still so young. He promised me lobola to marry me up to now, you know. And then my parents keep on saying, persevere, everything's going to be fine. We know it's very difficult, but just... And then, so it's a really like laughing song. And then the third one says, I think it's Tini Zizwe. Like, what are the foreigners, what are other people saying about us and Africans? You know, talking about whole Africa, killing. Then I say, I've heard them gossiping about you Africans. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're busy killing each other. And then it says, I heard them. And I said, I'll come back and tell you. And then it says, what are you doing, Africans? You're bringing your dignity. Then I said, I heard them talking about you then. Like, we should stop, you know. Our dignity is completely kaput. And the other one says there's no place or no country without problems. That only when we sit down and talk to each other instead of fighting, then we can solve our problems. Like children to my other families, like we should communicate, talk, instead of just like taking an axe and go chop somebody or take a gun and go talk.
What's the title of that song?
Awukho umuzi, there's Awukho umuzi. And then there's another one. This young girl is staying with a brother of the father, not her father, but she's been behaving so badly that now this small, we say babo mncane, it's not like when you say uncle. A brother to your father, you still call him my father. Small father or young father or older father, that's how you divide them. So this one is a younger father. Then she says, why have you chased me when you chased me away from home? And then the father says, if you don't respect your elderlies, if you don't respect, then things won't be right for you. Like now she goes around asking other people, wherever she goes, they say, if you don't respect, things will never be fine. If you don't, you know, you'll never. So it's just about that. And another one